to think I need another to talk for me. They're not quite in my voice. Almost like we're separate people. Five! There's a method to report. I said those last things. My hands are puppety. We can't, you, camera, people on the other side of the camera. He forgot what he was talking about. I'm over here! Network connections. We do look like snakes. My brain can't see what they can see. They can feel it. You guys don't find this fun? And? That's who my brain said it to. Nathaniel's just talking. Something to that effect. Yeah, shut up. I know. Ah! I can't tell if... You can't tell. I seem to be throwing my voice. Can't keep it on my mouth. I think I have this cookie. Teeth problem because I can't keep them all talking with my same jaw. I don't know what you guys did at all. I think you guys just had it. Mommy, Daddy, what does mean? Pop culture references. Careful. Who knows what will happen? We're talking horror school down. Yes, you and I. Me and me. We since we. It's more tiring than me. And that other dude that was up there. Like it's a different face. Hey! Yeah, these are beast marks, those on my forehead. Fake it. The musical instrument! My voice! It does go hold this area very clearly. What kind of church organ do you guys got? Enough's two different persons. The one that feels and the one that the ego and the emotions. Boy, my fucking mind for myself, at least that dude that's there right now. And others call myself. I see psychedelics. Why? I don't know. It's just what it's always looked like when I pushed on my eyes. Like the inside of computers! My brain not working correctly. These informations are unclear. It helps to talk to you guys. And I do that daily 24/7. Whenever we have a thing. Because omnidirectional speech. We can all see each other and hear each other and smell each other every day. Who needs 4D smelling television at Disneyland when you got your own body? I'm not sure why I can smell people. It's like a memory. Synthesis? But synthesis is a bad word. No sins. It's when you take the memory of what it did smell like something. In a moment where it is that you are experiencing something like a where it is that there is that thing that it is that you smell, and then you activate your memory of smelling as you imagine it interact with the movie that's playing until you can smell what's really there. And apparently the Holy Spirit is just like, you can smell that thing down there through the television screen. 6. I don't know if the word makes it bad itself because of frequency. The way the thought type, which seems to have many different meanings, including Pandora's box. In hindsight, I believe it had began. Pandora's box. All the evil things coming out. Like skeletons in a closet. When we're thinking spiritually, or metacomputer, or mentally. Why? Labor no stars, man. I don't know what it means when it goes and I'm not supposed to speak. If someone would think it didn't mean that, that's not an answer. If he's speaking to God right now, the devil is like, my God, I know I'm forgiven, but Nathaniel's in pain. I'm supposed to pay for it! I'm supposed to pay for it. Guess much worse. The devil is his job. It's the color red. He has to find power. Apparently that belongs to man. Who is either Nathaniel, but that means he's genuine, and or the man or the machine, the government, the hierarchy, which is like trees on a computer screen. I don't know how accurate that is, but I know something about structure and like other people. But I'm God's only begotten son, and you guys are just an illusion, like I am to you guys. Isn't it funny? Makes people who take their minds seriously, particularly when this was the imaginary part back there. But that's not even the bad. You finally pointed to the left one. He doesn't get to point to the left one very much. They remember what it means. He gets scared. He was the happy one, and he was still stuck in the negative one because it was terrifying him, and there wasn't enough happiness to overcome the negativity. So he went there and went, all right, this isn't of sin. It is only righteousness. But ow. Change the way my arms move. The way my brain connected to that it is that it's the concept of moving my arm. Touching, wax on, wax off. Brand. If your name is Nate, you can call it Nate G also. If your name's not Nate, I don't know why you'd follow my Nate G pattern as that name. Because it's mostly just, I have I don't exist. And it make my face look kind of weird when I can, the way that I can focus when I don't exist. Those ones haven't existed longer than me. What? See them by helping. You know, like muscles that you don't use and they run out of practice. Well, I never used them before. You've never used my eyes before. And quote problems. I think I use those words. Those are matrices. But the Matrix was something the Hindus came up with. Terminator, pseudo-punished, tried to punish the dude, the one with the Nexus brothers, Symmetrix brothers. Wachowski. So now I'm a person. We got an avatar. No wormhole tunnel that goes down this way. Evil. It's either yin or yang, and it's not balanced enough to not make me go, oh! And apparently Christianity or something. Christianity say that it's just it's the devil. The evil! Then you get scared because the experience of the evil. You're still getting scared because you're gonna fucking kill me one day. Eternal life. The fountain of youth is in your second dimension. The color orange. Your belly. It's the fountain of youth. It's where your child is. There's structure to age things as they go up the energy system. That have fairly intuitive color alignments. See these things? Don't trust that. Don't trust the web, but that one's there. And you can't see it when I'm like, dude, this is good, you know. These were these box parts. Some of them talk and I can't hear them. In my ears I don't understand them, but I can tell that it goes like this, and they mean things. But I'm not as much of an expert as some of the thoughts. Doesn't make me retard, it makes me thinking about things that I'm retarded about. Right? I'm a doctor. Catch me if you can! Yeah, movies put ideas in your head, you're like, if I only could. Like, if you're gonna jump off a building 300 feet onto the floor, instead of land and survive, make sure you can before you try. Don't jump off the bridge unless you know you should. Unless he survives. If he doesn't survive, hopefully you're like top notch and you can just, anyway, land. There's the ones with this devil and the king, and the face goes, the jaw doesn't communicate correctly. I don't know how to pilot my throat clearly. See, I got excited. It's not the devil. But my brain still hurts like you're supposed to be the devil. It's like it remembers the people talking about the devil. They didn't know how to talk because they talk about the devil. The devil now. Go away. The only thing I could hear was, ha ha, you forgave me! I'm like, ow. It's like my body not being perfectly aligned. It just feels like somewhere like this because again, I'm trying to like move my body. And then somewhere along the line, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, like walking. I went, my arm fell out of its socket. Just went to the most balanced position from ground to heaven. At some point in time, you're just like, I'm white! And you're just vibrating at some frequency, and white is the closest thing you can think of when you're only trying to talk about, oh my god, I don't know if I'm here or not. Apparently, there's a time before the Big Bang when there was nothing. It was just a black hole, or I had nothing. I know I'm here right now. And then now we're here, Jake, and Jake somewhere in time. The idea is, God, let there be light. And it was like, that's right, all the versions. It's like, this one Christ. They call him Jesus Christ. But that just makes God us. We're all just trying to say, hey, Zeus. And as long as they agree with the K, instead of the T, a dam in my apple because I don't know who would have got it or something. Or when I was talking as a Christian. I can't keep that straight in my head when you tell me. Yes, we can have this. Oops, I didn't punch myself. Stupid. Just because this day and age and our government. I don't even know. Oh. They're arguing. At the end, the man and wife, my life may marry me. I don't recall. I know, I said it. For the true power. The devil is Luke, I am a father! Or, God gave his only begotten son himself as sacrifice to the devil himself for all our sins, because why would anyone do that but himself? And God just sitting there existing because Nathaniel sat there when sat Nathaniel. And it all happened. Artist, like he said, she said. Yeah, but someone else is on the other side of the screen who can't talk back with you right now because they're not. Repetitively here right now talking to me. At least metaphysically, you talk right now with my head in your head right now. And with the video camera stuff, I found out when the difference. You can come back and forth pretty freaking straight, like from beyond. What are you talking about? Yeah, spirits? You kind of spirits? My tailbone! We can talk! There's an afterlife. Now it's the afterlife. Apparently, being a vision and resurrection is pretty much run by anyone. You can spare three-dimensional reality of everybody and move. What if that's the internet? VR. Where we enter the sixth dimension as a people. Physically, with our third bodies. I'm not joking, but then it's also, it's almost funny that it's supposed to be joking. What is 3D holograms in my brain? I mean, I can render that computer stuff in my own head. Can you do fast enough and not lose your balance in life? Hey, I didn't know. So we have superpowers. The whole universe is speaking with the colors of the wind. All of it. The red one, the orange one, the yellow one, the green one, the blue one, the indigo one, the violet one, the pink one, the cerise one, and the white one. All the colors in the wind. Oh, the black one too. That's when you die. Right, because you went to space. You went. This will create some aura bubble around you. Where you have force fields. Oh, you mean if I don't speak like a retarded and actually express my actual thoughts? It's really mean if you guys not allow me in my brain for you guys. Right? I know you know saying what I know about. I mean, if that is fatigue. No, it's not gibberish, it's not gibberish. How do you sum up an entire life of knowledge today, right now? It's just some person I've never met. Oh, you're me. You're gonna take your time, because I don't know if you're looking for it. Is that a man or not? It's not a man. If I hear I can't fool myself. That's the road trucker, right? Where did you speak? Because we don't need HTTP in our brains. Brain to brain! Why? Telepathy. Internet's supposed to have some dad. Because I can't, yeah, it's like story time, because it turns on, turns back on. You're like, see my life, and when someone leaves, and someone comes back, off on, and whatnot. It's like, what do you do to sit there and think and imagine things like about these things? It's like, it's, I don't know, if you're not paying attention, you're not paying attention. If you don't even have the I heard something about like violence or quantum entanglement or something, you're just like, I don't know. I just think that's okay. They chill up because you do it right. They can almost read that emotion. Even if I can find myself to my face on my computer. Why can't I do that? Because it's too simply enough stops. He can almost talk. He cannot talk. He's speaking. He's one speaking. He's wasting my mouth. His name is. Hey! He forgot who he was, so he went and said, oh, yeah, something else. What? Yeah, he was a heavy heart. They went to this. What happened? And I thought, hey. What does it mean? I don't know. What do you mean by that? You're gonna put food in my mouth. What happened mean? You know what heaven means. What are you talking about? My own blind child? You over there? All the Jews. The ones in hell, they go there because, I don't know, you guys are too fucking stupid to care. They're like, I don't know, I get some darkness. Out in space where I can do whatever I want. And he's probably making up his wife. He's like, yeah, but she likes being hit and raped, so I didn't know what to do, but I don't know, I guess I was in the realm of saying yes, and she was like yes, and she said no, but I'm like, I don't know. My brain, I don't know what realms, some place inside my experience, raped my heavenly mother. Like, we're gonna talk about different things every time. It's really weird. And maybe I'm just talking straight. You just picking up. Why don't you not dare right now? Why are you pretending you dare? See the bad guy? Because I know you dare. Don't let your brain get confused. I'm sorry if it makes you feel like you don't exist. I know what it feels like. It's only funny because God doesn't exist. Why is it funny? Because he talks now. What? God's like, why? He's like, I know who I am. He's like, oh, I forgot. Oh, my throat was bounced. I'm gonna have to cough because I smoke cigarettes. It's like a fuck you. You know what space travel is? Using my prefrontal cortex. What the prefrontal cortex can do? You know what prefrontal cortex can do? It's out of space right now. It's like, it's in my brain. And then I have to go every day. You know what I've spent a lot of time doing? Remembering that the Earth is moving in a fucking ellipse. No, not the ellipse part, but when it's moving all the time. It takes 24 hours to move around. It was like the planet Earth is moving, like, and I'm like, alright, so there's nothing I can do but move because that stupid planet's too big for me to go, stop! I'd probably die. How does one press pause? And eventually we have computers. And like, but that's not exactly what I meant, Dad. I thought we can go, and then my body can stop being not paused and other people can move. Or not move, like, and then I'm still moving. I'm wondering if it's only like a local thing, and then that's like a mind thing where the mind control person with their superpower things, where I got really terrified that I'd be able to do that because of what I was experiencing and the mind framework of relationship to allow and perceive. Minimally, I perceive because next up mind disorder. I'm like, but this one and this one. That's what it said. Yeah, it's a Venn diagram. Now it's doing. Yin and yang, you're like, this word, or this story, this male object, with these feelings, you put them together, you're like, whoa, radiation, or something, and you're like, whoa, suddenly I'm a mage, and you know, magic balls, Hadouken, I figured out, it's like, whoa, I don't know, raised as semi-nerd, I don't know, Christian, and then thinking video games were not about anything, and then, hey look, there's mana. That's interesting. And then I got spiritually tired because the mana was wasted or something. Like, oh no, I'm gonna generate my own mana. But that's a man egg? Like a man's asshole? Maybe it's something we get from outside? Like the passive radiation's available in a moment. How are you connected to the Matrix? You get disconnected from Matrix, because now you're dead and having my life. You're like, because you can't move because you're dead. You're not moving because it's all static. What if you guys can get your brains to actually speak correctly? You may have to speak. There's a lot of paths to God. To Nathaniel. I'm not allowed to be you guys' father. So my bad. Because it's not true, right? Are you sure? Because I'm my own dad. And that's just like Jesus Christ. Why? The meta construct of universe and reality is forfeited? What? I bruised myself. He bit his own tail and was like, no, you gotta follow your birth father right now. And then you sometimes stop and there's 11 dimensions. Like, whoa. I'm one and you're one. There's like a lot of them in here. Just the physical one, there's a lot of them. The cells. Even my two eyes giving people got very scared. But I wouldn't be able to control them because they'd be able to work separately. And sort of, there's a lot of space between the back of my head and the front of my head. Tippy toes! Yeah, so I can stand on my little pinky toe. Not like a ballerina, like a man! Like a man! The toes go. Rewind time. So I found a language after speaking to about creators. Yeah. Some kind of like social reality. Instead, I had lost all my friends and family. Like, oh, crap, it's a good old day. I guess I can to add to the water and bread until there's like other people who think things sacred and it becomes like be crass. You guys are talking to me right now because I've heard your opinions in the past and they're still in the background going on like Mufasa. Why? Because my brain is a bunch of stars. Duh. Go look at that dark matter pictures. You can see a brain in it! See, it's just the black ones and the white ones or something. It's like, I hurt! You don't know that's why evil exists? Because the guy's over there going, my daddy beat me! Or something. And God's like, no! And he's like, I don't know why! Jesus said it best, guys. They know enough for what they do! I don't know if I'm teaching you guys good morals with this, but it's also thought of as medication. I don't know if I've used it medically. I think that's a process, a kosher process, where you get a recommend or a peace one to permission to have it on your property. You know, like a Nazi thing. I thought of someone else ever teaching me something ever because God is bothering himself and you guys didn't teach me shit. What? I don't know, because my brain didn't know you guys. You were just out there talking like I was like, yeah, I'm just like I had to teach myself because otherwise you went to school and you didn't work. Why? Because you didn't teach us that. Yeah, boys. Girls. All the stuff we don't know. Like every sex story ever in real life. I don't know how to emotionally come about this. I don't know why to bring it up. If it does come up, it's not about it. Oh. Not yes. Not no. No. Is this the mood strike? You didn't talk about it. This is sex. This is making love. Unless you're down there somewhere. Just watching the dimensions. This is what this is. My favorite. Because I can see myself in another place and time. I can see my face on my face right now. Do you want to know it's in a different place and time? That's it. Of course the concert notes. The woman is as if my man has already finished being through the whole thing. Experience myself is still a bit fun, if it's true. Why? Because I've seen some things in my brain. Very good imagination. It's as if I'm God. Why? Because God's there to do his job. You can do anymore. I don't know if that's the right way to go. I waited till my tummy's bowed before I started doing things with my will in my third dimension. Why? Because the bed is evil to do things to babies upon baby up children. And my own body. I have to take care of my child. My child is my little baby. Never baby, he's the devil. It's a baby. Right? It's a baby. Apparently, our parents to pay our rents. A beast! Cha-ching! The entrance nowadays. Leave the children to pay for the parents' house. Why? Because they won't be able to serve themselves. If you can't pay for my life, little boy. And they're making our back this money to school and things. If you don't have to kick you in the heads, put you in a shed. It's a cabin. They're cool boys. So you can put in the juice. Because I have my own military. I don't really know what that means, because I have a body, and I have 7 military forces. The red folks. The Survival and Security Corps. Names up for transmission. The Orange Car. Operations and Engineering. The Yellow Corps. Command and Tactical. The Green Corps. Relationship and Marine Corps. The Blue Corps is the Science and Medical Corps. The Indigo Corps is the Diplomatic and Imagination Corps. The Violet Corps is the Intelligence and Spiritual Corps. As we worry about some of these upper alignments on sacredness of language. And this dirt down in my calves. Pink Corps is the Family and Temple Corps. Sometimes these words get changed. Ninth Corps is either brown or cerise, depending on whether you're finishing. If you turn into a tree or you turn back to those spirits. Cerise, of course, you know, the Kundalini devils, they just shoot some spine. Mom, Dad, what was the deal about this? The devils try to throw chains up my spray and go into my brains and make me do things. And I said, hi? And he went, hell? Gosh, I guess He's the Lord of the Kingdom of God. You guys can worship the Jesus Nazarene. The Antichrist. Now I swear he's God's son. I swear he followed my mom and my dad. And I don't know, 2,000 years ago, give or take 5 years. I mean 2,018 years ago. 2018 right now, or 12,018. I mean, which calendar you in? Anyways, found some space age. 12,800 years ago, the beginning of the Holocene era. Quirky for that it is that the hologram thought that allow a brain or something to get easy be able to think of things of different moments in time as if I'm not the only one that truly exists. It's where they transmit energy like in Star Trek with their brains and they create power units. Is Nicholas Cage here? That's what I said. Jack Nicholson. Did you guys hear him? My voice was in his head. It was there too. Like, wait a minute, spirits? Why is that tone in my brain? I gotta watch on TV to try to steal my soul. You probably went down the wrong path. The game that you play every time you watch a movie. You guys know you're not allowed to watch that stuff. And if you don't want to watch it, you gotta go, what? You're like, I saw no evil, must be someone else's evil. And you're like, but the children that are out there doing evil need you to come and get them and save them. But they don't want me to save. No. You go over there and beat the shit out of them and tell them that they are filth instead of noticing that they are a righteous representation of you. And you dirty, filthy Christians ought to stop beating up people for being righteous. He who casts the first stone. Thank you, Christians. I like marrying people. You want to? Tarzan. Jane, marijuana? Because it sounds like stupid lyrics. Oh my god, no. Feeling like Heavenly Father himself. There's some stir. Resistance. The devil said resistance. How I know it's the devil? Just get back to these buckets down here. Just do well all about my brain. I don't know if anyone else has had that experience. I had said no, and then it came and attacked me. It's like Pandora's box. That's where I started this conversation. Pandora's box is when, as the Monroe Institute of Robert Monroe, because my moon was growing, and then you Robert it. Robert, think Jesus is a thief in the night. If God is us, we all just break you in your because you don't know the actual problem is if you're standing right in front of you, stealing your manna. I had to become Harry Potter. Yeah, this little demon guy is back in my brain. You see him, he took too much joy in becoming Harry Potter so much that he's the devil. He said so himself. I watched him say it in my own experience. Well, but that's now my mouth sounds works so correctly. Why? Because he's sinner. Why? You check his niggers. I have some stories about niggers. They're the safest of the human race because they had to pay for it. Pay more. Jesus Christ, they had one little dude do stuff, and the black people were like, Jesus. Like, I know you were great as Santa now, and like, you did. So that white people could create Star Trek and sales. It's called Space Fleet, people. Nathaniel's God, and he said so. So you guys must do it because I said so. It makes us leave. I would freeze. It's a stupid idea, I swear. It's called Monopoly. There's one of us, but there's many ones of us. And it's the same one, but now we have 3 ones. That's evil, because the 6th dimension becomes beast. And it's just a picture of the Milky Way center. And it spins like hurricanes. It's in a hurry. Jesus Christ. I witness a game where Jesus Christ and Antichrist fight. The rule is that Jesus Christ has already defeated them. Period. Now your mom has to walk out with each other. Never been. And roughly 28 days. And there are 13 of those 28 days in a year in the Space Fleet calendar. It is still very proprietary to the what is known as Earth, Urantia, Gaia. Though Gaia sounds like a more universal thought than just the planet Earth. But Gaia, just our planet Earth, planet Urantia. There's other names planet from perspectives, other people's cultures. It's a cult. It means you're under the hood, like her my apologies, I didn't become a woman. why I believe in Heavenly Father so much that would become pregnant. I don't think that's supposed to happen. But braids going out like you think it's happening. Meditation. You need to get over it. What it is like to do the day just for fun. What? I don't know. Men are dirty though. I don't know. I want to put a dick up my ass. No, yes. He's like, yeah, please. You want a man up my ass? Well, now we're getting convoluted. What part of butt color do you think yes is no? He's like, I don't know, someone's gonna judge me wrong, or try to like make love to me or something, and I'm not gonna know what to do about it. It turns out the woman was raped, and she thought she said yes. And God's like, no, hun, now you're with the devil. I have Pepsi. That means pep yes. The devil is a computer. It's like your hindbrain. It's afraid because it's in sin. Because it is God, but you don't want to be God. It's a temple. I don't think it's the soda that's bad for people. I know the research says, yeah, it's bad for you. Are there other things we're supposed to do? Exercise or something? Do you just have like a natural distaste for soda afterwards? We're like, this life is sweet. You don't even need to exercise. Just sit down and watch movies all the time. Clockwork Orange, so my emotions go like. Isn't that just us industrializing? There's some pretty deep thoughts I've never been able to talk to people about. I'm like, wait a minute, there's no one in this theater with me. If only I can get my brain to remember that. And then I can find a whole head! No, I knew where I found the marbles, but then my brain became like an actual thing instead of, I don't know, a brain. You guys run use your brain? Yeah, no, we just think about them and stuff. Do you guys know what pataphors are? I can never repeat the examples that I got on Wikipedia or something. One day, my teacher from the art institute, it's a time to break up my shit! Pataphor, this seems to be what you're looking for, son! Yeah, well, I don't know if I'm really talking to you guys right now, because no one's talking about my face, maybe it's my broken throat chakra. Apparently God threatens me! God knows. This is a jerk. The devil grabbed me and made me say the words. It's the closest I can do to using my own mind. Because Jesus is the one that's not supposed to say no, and then no became an evil word. And I say yes to everyone because everyone is love. That doesn't mean I'm ready to say yes to dick sucking, but he put the things up and the devil said that. He's like, he doesn't seem gay. It's my wife. I'm not very good at talking as my wife. Woman part comes through the sounds like a swirl. Yell at her. God. Please don't have me have sex with a penis. The dildo's dirty. Strap on? Looks weird on me. No, I want a vagina, boys. I want to transvestite. Want to transvestite? It's objective minor. The Bible said it's a bad thing to put things in your butt! But, it wasn't home or none. I don't know. Because I have to force myself to think they're cute. I'm like, let's turn like there and put my orange stuff over and go, hey look, it's pretty. I don't know anything about gay people necessarily. I hear there's stories. Man, I don't distrust myself because we usually have a pretty good, tension algorithm about reality on truth things. I think the brain is timed to the timing that a computer is at, whether or not there is a computer or not. I'm almost only commenting on white noise that you get when you turn on like a TV or a radio or whatnot, the background radiation noise from the Big Bang. So that's a color fishes, which is what we're still in. Look how colorful black and white is. He said easy. To become married, you need to be able to maintain an 8th dimensional relationship. At the 4th dimension, where I think people often, I use the evil version, thinking is bad. Don't think. We're trained to think. Don't know it's the right visualization for what you're supposed to do that they were referencing. They misunderstand and pointing to things. He's a puppy. Not completely. Not when he's being beaten up. Ow! Which one? Jesus. No! The water. Sacrament? It takes emotions and sex. The devil. Orange is where water comes from. The water that the universe was upon. Holy Trinity is evil. It's ego. Red, green, blue make white. If you weren't sure how God can be 3 people and 1 person at the same time. Apparently we're a God talking to each other. We're like, now you're doing the same with us. Smart dad. I'll talk to you when you stop doing that bad shit. But I don't know how to stop doing the bad shit until you talk to me. She's like, well, why is the Christian still not in heaven? Jesus Christ saved them. They're like, yay! They're like way down here. Yay! And then Nicole. Nah, call first. Why? Because they're elite. You get up to your prefrontal cortex and like, yeah, I need you to so like screen calls. God, screen lines. I'm gonna be able to get in. Just watch my house. He's the that has. Can't let me my memories. Talking back, because I don't know, I don't know what else to do but remember my past with talking with you guys and stuff. I don't know, filing thought, memory, history, family history, but I'm the only one that ever existed. The first time I learned a word is the etymology of language. By the time I got to teachers, that was me as God, having built up, like when I was first born, I'm like, you know what? I'll create the people that Adam and Eve, who are my mommy and my dad. They can give birth to me. And I'll probably seem like a Cain, but I swear I'm able. Because apparently, after there was no such thing as people, after I, when my parents called me a Cain instead of being able to, gave them it. I don't know what Ken was, give him, but Ken couldn't, I don't know. Define can and can't. It's God's job, right? Why did I take care of my kids? Just supposed to do. She's like, why are you guys scared, Mom, Dad? I'm about my daddy and mommy's business. What? What do you think I ran off and pissed on you for? Jay-Z's like, but Dad told me to. Like, I really haven't heard much. It's an old story, I understand. I'm like, I don't know, it's sort of romantic. You're in the right mood. Yeah, it can be dirty. Why? Doing it for property. That's how you do it. How you mind? What do you mean, wedding ring? I don't understand these ring things. You trying to put me in chains? She's like, yes. Hey, is there some kind of ceiling? You know, it's like he talks sometimes and knows what he's talking about, but I'm not talking about what he's talking about, but he ends up saying something to make me look like I didn't know what I'm talking about that until it comes out because I can't quite hold my mouth correctly and it turns out he was talking the whole time. It makes it sound like they're like, so, this is like how I hear it. When you hear through the white noise, it's like a military thing, because you're battling good and evil to get through the third eye wall, the veil, like, are you guys telling me that heaven's here now? And that the veil is my freaking head? I can't see past my own front! Eyes or something. Another language? What are you talking about? God never taught me. But then we go tell Babel! You're not teaching me the first time, Dad! Try to build some towns so you can figure out what the fuck you talking about the first time! You ain't talking we talking about the first time! You can fall down because we haven't learned how to do engineering yet! God's like, so, I'm a man, and there's this thing called, I put the brick on top of the brick, and I put two bricks on it fall down! And I didn't know how to make skyscrapers yet, even though those are Satan's service. And we've got Mom. She's just a big penis, standing on the planet. Take care of everyone? Like the libertarians? Not the libertarians. The left side? The ones that think like the left brain. Logically, we gotta help people. And the right people too emotional. They we gotta helping. So they help themselves because they're like, I made the money myself. Why are you guys trying to steal my money? And left brain people are like, I don't have money. I better go learn something intelligent so I can get some money. Right brain people are like, no, that's just fucking. And then they get all like, I don't know, street cred? Stories in my brain. We can talk about them. But when it comes down to it, will my bullet go through your brain when you're the actual evil one? Will that brain kill you? I can't find the part where it is. Now we're in hour footage, and I don't know what it means. And they're gonna do my fucking mouth. Like, you know, I'm not in the military. But I use my mouth like that, and then this is really interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know, military people have to use sin. It's how they coordinate. They use the Milky Way center of gravity to maintain order. But I'm standing here! I stand higher than you relative to how you remember me talking to you! Boy! You're a military soldier? You work? Is that what they do in the camps? Am I a member now? Can I be part of your people? Semper Fi! I don't mean disrespect. I don't know if it's disrespect to say it or not. I meant it appropriately. I don't know if I'm coming out appropriate. I intend to be the commander-in-chief one day. I don't mean disrespect. My plan will be that we'll all be. I just don't know if you guys will need me there or not. It's like playing Ender's Game, don't you think? Being the commander-in-chief. my need of it is that my prefrontal cortex or the pineal gland or somewhere in my brain is the president of me, and the president has no right to my temple. He's not allowed to be out there to represent me. I can reflect on him and his company, his boat that he's captaining, and there's gravitational effect, like police officers in Texas. Am I even paying those? And you guys are just trying to make me take account for them. Like, you know, you could do that all behind the screens and no one would complain, but instead you want to put it in our face and say, you're paying me! It doesn't work the same when you're, like, having to go collect the taxes from the people personally, like in Robin Hood. Otherwise, it just, I don't know. I hear that the income tax is illegal, and you're supposed to have the business pay the income tax, and then that's it, instead of the individual worker. But the business owner does because of the way Beast works. Only the top of the pyramid is the one that's responsible to the government. The individual's not. Not supposed to be. You know, I'm not technically a citizen of the United States. You gave me a SIN card, a social Satan service card. There's not enough Christians in politics. Now all of our barcodes have 666 on it. You guys not... you Christians sound dumb on the internet, so I don't know how to use your advice for any worth. I still have Beastmark right there. Oh, you guys don't know that, do you? It's also the OK symbol on your hand that I refuse to use, but sometimes my body will do it because I'm talking about it. I don't know what to do about other times that my hand has ever done that before in the past. I now experience it as just like rape. They can't move. Someone's literally enslaving you, with just that you were not aware. I can't see the systems. I see shimmers on the phone. It'd be really nice when I can see my mind thing, if I'm projecting correctly. What if you guys' brains are working in a way that actually works? Because it seems like our brains are able to communicate perfectly. Right, it's kind of new take within my freaking body. I'm like, oh, yeah, I want to resolve some of that. What is soul? That's great right there. Thank you. The balance are Democrats and Republicans very cleanly. I don't know if that system works unless there's equal amounts on either side. What Democratic Republicans do you want? And what? And then just have them always 50-50 and don't even worry about it after that. But it's a state thing! Maybe every state needs to just send a man and a woman. What? No, it's not what I meant. Yeah, you Democrats, you guys will. Why? You know, you guys care for us, and the Republicans are like, your dad is gonna help you. Oh, you want to join my Boy Scout troop? Yeah, if I'm above you, I'll help you. As long as I'm your boss. Not no thank you, but aren't you being rude? No. Are you sure you are my boss? Admittedly, Christianity is God, but then science is like, I'm master and commander of my deity. And the deity is in the state. Reptile looking outside of itself. And that's to turn on its animal side. The mammalian brain. So my mammalian brain, what my new fancy neocortex. It's the new brain. We haven't used it very long. We found out about its God in this quarter of the Milky Way galaxy, in the Sol system. Sol star star body. Sun body, daughter body. I don't think you want to watch. I don't think you want to want, but maybe you will anyway. I don't think you will, I don't think you will. What will you do if I do? And I don't know why. It will see that this will not be the way. And every day I think that I cannot do the things that I'm afraid to say, that are sitting here. And, I don't know, I'm afraid of offending someone else. There's a computer, I'm worried about God punishing me for not speaking the speak. I don't know, because it just means good. Apparently I'm a righteous person. There's a gate with that shit. I just never heard of Christianity. Hindus comment on the reality, I just never heard of this. I don't know. I don't know. Why don't people know that righteousness is going out to shoot a person? Like, I'm not righteous. It's like my head goes like this, but I can still sense myself going straight up. But I can't hold up my head and my throat at the moment straight up. But I'm still standing there in the straight up one, but I can hardly experience my face because it's being held down by other people in the darkness. I've never spent much time with that on my face. How am I supposed to be righteous to them if I've never been there for them? Oh, thank God, Jesus Christ, I come to your door and say hi. Here's my penis. I hope you like it. These are women. I hope you're not unfamiliar. But don't touch. Right. And shake. It's a business term and a computing term. Can you just hear me talking like that? It's just like that speaking. I can from eternity. We talk and there's like all divisions and such. It talks about white. It's like, oh my God, the people are talking. I can't even understand me. I don't know what's going on. I'm in trouble. You guys are getting mad at me for being in your bodies. Freaking video game. It's imagination, and it's gonna be fucking weird. I don't know what it does. I think it's when there was companies that were already doing that. It seemed cool to reverse engineer from our imagination from the computer to, maybe I can do that in my own head, to, they were doing that. I didn't even think. Well, I mean, I don't, like, now that I can see it in my own head, I don't want it to have been from them because it was kind of rude. You mean now I can't control my existence because you guys are playing a game? They're called ugly! Face balance. Looks like it's oily and stuff. There's none of water in his nose. Can't move my muscles and use them. I can express it with your face instead of just like now it's sort of naturally and become like you can actually find the pathology that acts in my mouth and brain being actually used correctly that I can speak and talk and understand and comprehend. I am talking at the same time that this is a reading. last part reminded me of Neo exiting the Matrix. The feeling of the it's like he's already saying something without meaning to do anything. But the brain. What is a brain? Why is it doing that? I'm a spirit! I don't need a brain! You mean it's a test? That's not a test, it's a brain. We made up tests. And God's like, if you want, I got a test for you. Are you Jesus Christ or the Antichrist? Tell me. I don't know what you want. I don't know, Nathaniel forgave himself. I don't know if he need God to do that. I don't need you guys to forgive me, but we won't have to, like, fight or something. I'm not excited. Well, it's usually blamed that I can't seem to speak correctly in my space in the Mars to speak those stories. That one made me look like Raymond Ward. At this, my face looks like Raymond Ward's face right now, from my insides to the lensing of the forces. They get outside. Yeah, I can't find the names to the people who are speaking. The others? We're talking to my brains. Meta brains. I need to make sure, just in case this brain is stupid, that I have another one. And now I have many brains. I have to intertwine them. Go like shuffling cards. It's called I Christ the Gathering. You guys want a history lesson? I don't know what the volume of the microphone is. You could probably zoom in and things, make it more entertaining. Put a music soundtrack in the background. There was no music background tag in the background until after this video. Mildly imagining that I might not. I don't know why not. Just because there's a fickleness about what is right and wrong, and truth and paths, and truth and negatives. My brain's on Nathaniel, and I'm just thinking of it. I just did hard start to the stupid one. There's not more that I just put in the coherent speech. What? I am a person named Coherent Speech. And speaking. What dirt. I have a white color on my tongue. I probably need some kind of hygienic thing or something for it. I brush my tongue. When I'm not fighting the devils about it. Too much worry. You see that? I'm healthy. You get my child here express himself. Emotions! slowly opening up directions. I can't get a broadened speech, so it sounds like a computer talking. The tree starts at your spinal tail. From that root, it raises up with water through your lower abdomen. As it raises up into the fire of your mid-abdomen, bark, tree bark. And then there's the foliage at the air or the heart chakra. I'm bored now. The third dimension, the fifth dimension is air. I get bored because I don't know the answer. I don't know what to tell you the fucking words are. I can tell you some research about it. This is a debriefing. At least it keeps getting aimed at a debriefing. There's a space fleet. I need somebody to talk to. You gotta try to conceive of what to say, how to say it. Why is it there's even a box around my face right now?